Impact segment tonight, President Obama still has not decided whether to send more troops to Afghanistan, as his field commanders have requested. The latest reason for the delay is this.
It'd be reckless to make a decision on U.S. troop level if, in fact, you haven't done a thorough analysis of whether, in fact, there's an Afghan partner ready to fill that space that the U.S. troops would create and become a true partner in governing the Afghan country.
All right, that's not a bad argument, but American field commanders in Afghanistan want the additional troops to provide security, not anything to do with additional partners. They want security for the folks at risk from the Taliban. Simple as that. Now, that seems to be a reasonable request, has little to do with corrupt politics in Kabul. So is President Obama making a lame excuse? Just a question. Don't get mad at me. With us now, two Obama supporters, Fox News analyst Ellis Hennigan, and from Detroit radio talk show star Nancy Skinner. All right, Nancy. You know, it seems to me that if you look at the request, McChrystal is quite clear. He wants to tamp down fear. He wants to put more soldiers and Marines around so that the Afghan people have confidence that the NATO forces can protect them. It doesn't have anything to do with Karzai and a corrupt Kabul government. So I don't think this is a valid excuse. What say you?
Well, it seems to me that sending 45,000 more troops into a country where we don't even know who the president is not very prudent, Bill. But I think the difference is General McChrystal's on the ground.
Not prudent for whom, though? If the 45,000 are going to protect
President Obama.
Well, if the 45,000 are going to protect the troops that we already have there, which of course they would help protect them, what is the first obligation of Barack Obama as Commander-in-Chief, Nancy? This is a simple question.
To protect the U.S. national security interests. That's why they're taking the time to make this. No, let me finish my point, please, Bill. Because General McChrystal is saying, and we heard this all throughout Iraq, we can't have just a military solution. You need a political one. So if these are tribal warring units who are going to be corrupt and who are going to cost more American lives and aren't really a threat to our U.S. national security interests, then we should not send those troops.
Then pull them all out, because look, the 45,000 go to protect the soldiers and Marines that are already there. What say you?
Well, you know, I agree with you that it does make Obama feel a little wobbly right now. Go ahead and make a decision, figure out what the strategy is, and then follow it. In fact, you might have put your finger on something right there. Pull them out. If the message
if you think it's that big a mess, get them out.
And it may be that we can't proceed with the mission that we had it defined earlier. We need a narrower mission. Maybe we just need to focus on the Taliban, or we need to do something else.
To use Nancy's word, here's the prudent thing to do. Because we went through this in Iraq, the exact same thing. And Bush, against all odds, said, you know what, I'm going to surge it. And he did it, and he won it. Okay? This is exactly the same. So if I'm Obama, wait, I want Ellis to answer this. I'll get to you now. If I'm Obama, I said, okay, look, I may have grave doubts about the Kabul government. He should. They're a bunch of crooks.
They seem horrible.
But I'm going to surge it because my commanders say this is what's necessary. That's the prudent thing to do, Ellis.
You see, it's not necessarily true that a surge, because it worked in Iraq, will work here.
No, but it's the same thing.
My problem with Obama is we don't know what his theory is. We don't know what his strategy is. Make me an argument as to what we're doing there and what it is we need to do it, and we haven't gotten to that. So, yeah, it is wobbly, and the allies are very confused as well.
This is what he's doing. He's saying, look, why should we go in there? First of all, there are reports there are 100 al-Qaeda agents in Afghanistan, that perhaps Pakistan is where we should be focused on, and instead of being at 1,000 feet,
we can't be focused on a country we're not allowed to go into. We can't be focused on a country we're not allowed to go into.
But why should we send 45,000 troops in there if there are 100 al-Qaeda people on the ground in Afghanistan?
Because there are thousands of Taliban, and the Taliban are the ones terrorizing the population and killing our soldiers. Look, it doesn't make any sense.
That is not a threat to our national security interests. The al-Qaeda are, not maybe tribal warring regions across the world.
Obama's your guy. You love him. You love him. And he said Afghanistan is a war of necessity. So don't be telling me it's him. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. President Obama is the commander-in-chief. His generals in the field have asked him for these guys. They need them, say his commanders in the field. He's got to put them in. And he will.
No,
he's just doing a little political tango right now.
But you know what, though, guys?
He needs military and civil advisors. Just because the guys underneath you tell you what their advice is at 1,000 feet, you're at 40,000 feet, and that's the job of the commander-in-chief.
He doesn't have to listen.
What are the geopolitical interests of us doing
But if he doesn't do it, he should pull him out.
Well, no, Nancy is correct. The military doesn't run the war. The civilians run the war. My problem with Obama...
runs the war.
Exactly. And he's the boss. And no matter what a general says, he's the one who's making the policy over there. But he needs to make a policy. Let's figure out what we're doing. We'll come out with the troop strength depending on that. This thing is butt backwards. I'm sorry.
Butt backwards? Is that a Louisiana expression?
That's a kind of a New Orleans thing.
Is that anything?
Should I explain it to you?
Just like Iraq. Just like the rush to war in Iraq, which was so good. Let's just go get him, smoke him out of his hole. Where is he still in his hole? What a waste
Bush pulled it out of the fire out there. He pulled it out.
Tell me what we're doing, and then I'll tell you what we need. I don't think we know what we're doing yet.
To be fair to President Obama, we do want him to do that here. That's what he's doing now. He's trying to figure it out.
He's right about that.
He's trying to figure it out. But I'm telling you, you got to put them in. You can't leave our guys there if the commanders say we need more. Good debate. Ellis, Nancy, thank you. Plenty more as the factor moves along this evening. Al Sharpton says he may sue